Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's and Golo Kante. Now we know Alexis Sanchez is going to leave. I mean, at this, I was gonna say we hope he stays, but with the way he's going on, do we really? Well, he should have been gone in the summer. I'm not gonna go over that again. We know, barring a miracle, the man's gone. He's not in the best of form now, but 9 times out of 10, his consistency, pardon me, his output in goals and assists, and his damn right influence is second to none in the league and for Arsenal. He's undoubtedly the best player we've signed since '06 banner era, since we've left Highbury. Special mentions to Ozil and Santika. They've been good signings too, so of course. But with that being said, we know we're gonna have to replace. We're gonna have to replace Alexis. We know I've said everyone from unrealistic targets like Griezmann and Insigne, who I'd love, down to people like Fekir, who I believe we can actually go for about 50 mil or 60 or so should be enough, and that's me being a bit generous to Lyon because I do believe we've got good relations with them, so we need to nice them. But yeah, man, Mahrez. I choose my words lightly when I say replacement for Alexis because I believe whether we sign, let's just say we sign Fekir to directly replace Alexis, I believe that Mahrez should be there regardless to accompany the team. Do I see Arsenal going and doing that? Of course, I'm not naive enough to think both will come. I would rather Fekir over Mahrez. I love them both, but Fekir's got age on his side and he's just a lovely footballer, so is Mahrez. But in regards to Mahrez, man, you guys know how many titles have you seen? I'm hailing up Mahrez. Big club need to go for Mahrez, and they do, man. I believe it's time now. It's time. For the last 3 years or so, it's been time. That year they won the league when he got 15/16 season when he got what, like 18 goals, 10 assists. The guy is mad. This year so far I've got it here. Where is it now? I can't even find it. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists so far from 17 games, and he loves big games. They lost to United, but he was one of the better players for Leicester. They lost to us, one of the better players. They ripped up Spurs, and you saw him tear Vertonghen, the new one. I don't know why Vertonghen was showing Mahrez on his left-hand side. I'm pretty sure Poch probably licked you up in the change rooms about that. But yeah, you've seen it. You get the feed. Mahrez loves big games. He loves the occasion, whether it's on the left, the right, or the 10. I do believe he's a special player. And if we link it to Arsenal, he will complement us greatly, whether it's a rotation / starter option, which he should be at a bigger club. He's definitely better than Theo. Obviously, as much as I rub out Theo, I do like the guy to a degree. I do believe he's a plan B, and his record for goals isn't that bad. And when he went and got 19 last year, I can't really rub out Theo too much and say Mahrez should replace him. Mahrez is a better player, but those are the facts. And between getting rid of Giroud and Theo, I do believe we'd have to sign ample attacking players because as much as I don't rate both of them, I rate both of them, but in regards to being plan B, their output, their numbers speak for themselves. And if we let them go and we don't replace them, we've locked us together with Alexis. All the goals have gone out of our side. Who's next to score? Ramsey, on the basis he's got 5 this year, or Ozil on the basis that he was one of our top goal scorers last year. Obviously Laka, but yeah, man. So I started waffling there. He'll be better with better players, whether it's on the right hand side, whether it's on the left, whether it's through the 10, which I don't think he'll play at Arsenal. But you can get my point. He'll interchange obviously throughout the game through all of them. He's a technically gifted footballer, whether it's the skills, whether it's the eye for a pass, whether it's the intelligence of movement. He will be surrounded by better players and he'll make us better. He's a great footballer. I don't know how the guy is in at Arsenal, even from his days in France. I really don't know. If we relate it to our current playing stuff, let's just say a man joined in January, which isn't going to happen, but he would link up well with Ozil and Lacazette in them forward runs. In fact, the whole front three in Alexis on paper, Lacazette on paper, Ozil on paper, he'll link up well and complement all three. Okay, bar that mad season where he scored 10 in the league. His output for goals is okay. 5 goals. Our wingers, I believe throughout our whole squad collectively, we were too reliant on certain people to get our goals. So 5 goals or not, it's not the biggest improvement, but it's an improvement. And you can go into the August season, in the new season in August, saying, okay, assuming Alexis is still here, Alexis is going to get me these goals. Lacazette is going to get me these goals. Mahrez has shown for the last few years he's going to get me these goals. So then you can think about other areas. Like you could see him dropping deep, taking the ball off. If Santi was there, or Xhaka and Ramsey taking it off them, driving, dribbles, getting people out the seat. The guy would be amazing here, man. Like I said, rotation / starter option, it will be amazing. He's ready for the step up. He's shown he has. He's 26, turning 27, and he's in the peak ages of his career. Leicester actually done well to have him tied down to 2020, an extra 2 years, so that makes their negotiation position stronger. But he's 26 turning 27 next year. He's in the prime of his career. He's doing everything he can to make this step up. He's ready for the step up. He's scoring great goals. He's turning in performances for his side. If he's not scoring, he's getting assists. He's dyed his hair blonde. What more can a man do? The last 2-3 years, it's been overdue. Like, it's been overdue since the moment the man started playing Premier League football. He weren't the best of seasons, but he's shown he's got brilliance. Last year weren't the best of seasons for him, but he turned around on what 16, 17 season. Where have I got it written down? What's it? I don't even have it, man. Oh, 10 goals, 7 assists. That was when we're saying he had a bad season. So imagine that if we have a winger that is getting double figures, that is an additional winger that is getting double figures for goals, and he's getting 7 assists, which I don't feel that output collectively throughout the side is good enough. That is a benefit. He begged to join us. How many years has a man begged to join us, man? I actually remember him coming out with some quotes about not being able to join us. Allegedly, Leicester, not just him, a couple of the other players, they did everything they could to block them from moving. Now, we know Arsenal aren't aggressive when it comes to getting signings, but allegedly, they said he could leave only to then be delaying certain things, to just be delaying the ongoing process of leaving. And obviously, they did a good job because he's there. The one big problem I have is, despite me really wanting Mahrez, the price. Now, in an ideal world, if the market wasn't hyperinflated, I'd say 25 mil, close to 30 and 30 being generous should be enough for Mahrez based on where he's at and stuff. And obviously that's me being a bit of a penny pincher because he's going to want a league title and things. But yeah, we're likely to get quoted 40, 50. Now, as much as I love Mahrez, I don't believe he's worth 50 million. Like, in fact, not even that he's not worth that. For me, if you got 50 million, you might as well go and spend the 60 that they wanted, that Monaco wanted for Lamar initially. If you got 60, if you're going to spend 60 on Mahrez, again, no disrespect to him, I might as well see what man are saying in Lyon, see what they're saying for Fekir. Do they want that same price? Should I slap an extra 20? Of course, Arsenal don't think like this, but you get where I'm going, man. The guy is amazing. And for those that have question marks about the step up, it's not the same. And both these examples are a year younger than him. Mohamed Salah, I'll talk about in a second. Mane, people said Mane, they saw him ripping it up at Southampton. They said the fee was overpriced and Liverpool got ripped off and things like that. In today's today's market, okay, I don't know how much the fee was, but I'm pretty sure it weren't more than 40 or close to that. 40 million in today's day and age. Does Mane look like a bargain for Liverpool? Of course. Salah, okay, he's going to go. I don't want him to because he's in my FPL side, but eventually he's going to go through a cold patch where he's not, goals are like ketchup, like you've seen Van Nistelrooy say, where everything he touches isn't turning to gold, where he's having a bit of poor form and things like that. That could well happen in the second half of the year. I like Salah, so I hopefully not, but I mean, if it does, Liverpool might not get top 4, or it decreases their chances. But you see what Pierre Man was saying about Salah, overpaid for Salah, etc., etc. Like I said, it might be a different story in hindsight in a couple of months, but at this moment in time, does it look like Liverpool overpaid for Salah? Does it look like Mane and Salah couldn't make the step up? Does it look like they're hacking it? So if we use that logic, and Salah's a great player, Mane's a great player, but so is Mahrez. Mahrez can make the step up. If you're a good player, you're a good player. Of course, it could always go wrong, but you get the point. He's 26, 27. There's no excuse not to, if we cannot get the Fekirs, the Thomas Lamars, who should not be close to 100 million based on the season he's having. I do think his head isn't there. If we're not going to get these several targets, there's no excuse not to get Mahrez. The man for the last 2 years in the summer has been waiting. And if we don't act, another club will. So yeah, man. Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's and N'Golo Kante. I'm signing out. There's not really that much more to be said, man. I just really like Mahrez, so I thought let me make a quick vid. I'm out.